Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I don't have it in front of me, so that's why it's coming out all jarbled. Perfect. I'm lighting a blunt right now. This is our 15th anniversary show. Mike Chiari and Brandon Galvin. You know, you guys came in late. You haven't been in OGs, you know what I mean? But you guys are here.
I
very
came a month
excited.
later.
15 years. If I told you, Brandon Galvin, that when you met me all those years ago, that you and I would be 15 years later still talking once a week, what would you say?
Very upset.
Very upset. No, you would have thought it'd be fine back then. You're like, he's not that bad. But you've learned to hate. Hate is taught. And it is being taught here every time we
I
have
knew
this.
from the first moment I interacted with you that I was not a fan.
What was it? Was it a group chat thing at Bleacher Report where I said something?
It was my first day on the job at Bleacher Report, and like I was being like introduced into the like the group thing with like all the writers and editors, and like something was mentioned about how I like hockey and wrestling, and they're like, Donnie, you're gonna love this guy. He likes hockey and wrestling. And you were like just immediately like fucking bothering me about it.
That sounds exactly
So
like
who's your favorite of all time? And I said like Shawn Michaels, and you're like, fuck that.
Some shit never changes, dude. I never wanted to. So
I was like, this guy is very abrasive and annoying.
Yeah.
15 years of Ring Rust Radio. It is honestly, from the bottom of my heart, fucking insane to think that this is still going on after all these years. To think
wild.
of how far we have come as human beings from when we started this.
Not very.
I think I disagree, man. I think, listen, we were around 25 years old when this started, right? We were young men who had totally different lives. We've purchased homes. We've had children. We have women, some of us. Two of us.
What year did this? So this started in
2011.
2011. I came in, I guess, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was 23 years old.
And
Not
honestly,
even.
and now look, you're headlong into 40, dude. Like it's a brick wall, and you're in a fucking hot.
I'm not even 37 yet, brother.
Yeah, well, you're dead inside. Your body looks 40. I'll tell you that much right now. But the truth is, like, we've grown up together. We've seen so much together, so much wrestling especially. But we we talk about sports too, because that's what you guys still cover it. I'm over here on the travel side, Mr. Travel Expert over here, dude. Hold up. But yeah, I sometimes and thinking about this and making this doc up and talking to a bunch of different people, it's honestly really crazy to think that it's 15 years and how fucking
it doesn't
fast,
feel like 15 years.
Yeah, how fast that time really does go. It really makes you appreciate, like, I'm gonna die sooner rather than later now. And like, I better fucking focus on appreciating my time on this earth more, because I don't know how much. I'm over here. I could Kyle Busch anytime. I don't know. You just don't know.
Don't tempt us at a good time.
So really quick, BJ, just talk about Patreon.com/ringrustradio, because we've been selling that for about 11 years or 10 years or so.
Yeah, Patreon.com/ringrusradio. Go there to support the show. We have different tiers. Our $5 tier, you can get early access to content. We have an ad-free tier. Also, the best tier, though, retro, match commentary, and, of course, the bracket specials.
Yeah, and
of
honestly, if I've learned one thing in 15 years, talking to you guys is fun. Talking to the buddies of the show, all of our friends of the show, makes it
Yeah.
even better. We
We
really
love
do.
that. The
Yeah.
monthly draft is one of my favorite, or bracket is one of my favorite things because it's
Right.
less
You
of
say
you.
bracket.
Stay connected
draft.
with everyone.
Yeah, it's good to talk. Honestly, it feels
Talking
really
about
good.
talking.
Talking about talking, and that's kind of, dude, brackets. How
Mhm.
many? I mean, just look at the bracket depth that we've done at this point. We've talked about talking for so long that we're Simpsoning it. We've done everything. It's hard to
It's
even go through
insane.
it.
We're gonna get to it, but just because you mentioned it, we have done almost 60 brackets of
Oh
with
my God.
Patreon supporters.
That's
we also have done things like that.
crazy, dude.
We've
How
had
many?
people email,
Real quick. How many interviews did we do?
That's
Because
wild,
you just have
We-
the names, not the numbers.
It's
Because a
gotta be
couple
over
people.
100.
Oh, but all you have to do is go down. So it's 152 interviews that we've
my
done
God.
of different people. So we've done
Yeah.
more interviews. We've had multiple people come.
Yeah.
Like,
We're over
same person
200
on-
interviews,
Yep.
but it's over 150 people. It's honestly fucking what we've done in our time.
And we haven't done it really for ever.
Yeah,
I
a
mean, it's
long
been so
time.
long. Unless like Mike gets like the scoop. Like he got Jimmy Hart recently, which was so cool. But otherwise, like our interviews really came. Like we were doing an interview sometimes twice a week.
We were
To have.
going hard with interviews
Yeah.
for a while there.
Yeah.
The thing is, we've talked
was
to
to-
like
Yeah.
pretty much everybody who's anybody who would be available.
and
And
then
now
we got
we
kind of.
like, oh, can we get the fucking Rock? Can we get Triple H?
Well, we
or
also
somebody
got
that
we
never
also
had?
ran into a lot of roadblocks. We got kind of disowned for a little while there.
That's
We
by
were
everybody.
with
everybody.
WWE for a while. That's good.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then that's when it all ended. And they hated us
Yeah.
at that, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
I remember
mean-
we were supposed to have Xavier Woods and Paige have those 200, and they just like last minute kind of like fell apart for some reason, and then we kind of like stopped doing them.
And
They
we'll get to
should've- they
interviews
should
that
have heard
fell
our
apart.
Miz and Summer Rae
Yeah,
interview.
they were
how
very
good
dude,
that
that's,
was.
That's honestly one of my favorite moments of
Real
the
quick.
whole show.
Well, what's that? Our impromptu edition
Yes,
of.
because we
Yeah,
had
no,
no
Summer Rae was gonna be there
we had no idea, and just on the fly, we're like, all right, we got this.
for the Marine.
Well, honestly, there was the best part. Why I love us is there never really is a hesitation. I think I'm too stupid to realize danger, and you guys are like, "Fuck, I got to go with him. He's gonna kill himself." So it's like it's this
Yeah, we have to
perfect
save
dichotomy of like he's so stupid that I can't let him die. He pays the bills. Like I gotta get him in here.
You get paid,
Yeah, that one time from YouTube, baby.
bro? From me and Mike.
How did all this shit start, by the way? Because
Yeah,
I think that's
Donnie.
where we got to really start.
Yeah. So in 2010, Macho Man died. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah,
that's
very
true,
sad.
right? And I remember that at that time, working for Bleacher Report, they were like, "Hey, we're talking about expanding more in the
No, he died in 2011.
Yeah, 2011, right?
2011. Okay. So before that, worked for Bleacher Report. That's where I know Mike and I know BJ from. We worked at Bleacher Report, and at that time, we weren't covering wrestling a ton. It wasn't a top priority for Bleacher Report. They were kind of like, maybe we should cover it more. And then Macho Man died. We got it on the breaking news side. Remember, I did that story. I was like, hey, this is a fucking big deal. And then at the time, Tim Wood, an old friend of our show, an editor and stuff like that, he said, I have his own wrestling, he had his own radio show. He said, come on, talk about Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I came on, and I'd never done an interview before on the radio, anything like that. I was like, okay, I'll come on. And I spoke, and he said at the end, you're built for this. You're built to talk. You should do this. You should start your own podcast. I said, okay.
Wow. I never knew
I said that. Yeah, that's. And I did that interview.
Not a good judge of talent, but
Yeah, well, no, Tim Wood and listen, Tim Wood, great name, number one, great name, but also understood right away when other people, not naming names, Mike Shoddy, wanted to fire me and wanted to not have me intern. They said I was too energetic. Tim Wood said, fuck you, we need that in TNT. We're going to fucking have to write 20 articles a fucking day on this chain. You better be energetic, okay? And that led me to start my own wrestling podcast.
Wow.
And I remember how I found the name. I was walking through Smithville, New Jersey.
is this where you were at the lake?
I was sitting next to the what is a pond. It's a large pond, and I sat there and I just looked up wrestling terms on my phone, And going down, I found Ring Rust. I was like, oh, Ring Rust Radio. That sounds cool. I'll do that.
Wow.
And that's as simple as that. Then I reached out, and I don't even know the guy's name anymore, but he's the one who created the original logo. That's still the original logo to this day. Never
That's
changed
so
it.
funny. Yeah.
And people come back after 10 years away. They're like, I thought you would have updated something. It's the exact same here, dude. And we're laughing. We're like, yeah, no, fuck that shit. We don't care. Fuck you. But yeah, and so the show starts on there. At the time, we're covering wrestling, MMA, and boxing all in the kind of same vein. So that it starts with covering all of that stuff, the UFC pay-per-views, the wrestling pay-per-views, and the upcoming boxing fights. And then I don't remember who I started. Was I by myself to start with? I don't even really remember.
That
I
would
remember
be a fucking nightmare for listeners.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even know if those episodes still exist anymore. That's how old that is.
Because they were hosted on a different.
Yeah, that
like-
was Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
I think they might still be over there, if I'm honest. I think that still lives.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so I'm
crazy.
not really sure about that. But if you can find that, that'd be incredible to find out what they sound
So
like.
you
'cause
don't
they
have
are-
the files?
I don't think I do. No.
Wow, it's pathetic.
Deleted them like our doc that time.
Hell yeah, that's a good story. We'll say that too. Well, I'll say it right now. We have a doc with all of our history from 2011 till this very second, and I deleted the whole thing by accident. More on purpose. I depending on how sassy I was that morning, but I had to call Google, which is unprecedented. And they're like, we don't
Call
undo.
Google on the phone. Is this Google?
Yeah, well, dude, I had to, and I was like, listen. They're like, well, we can't really undo a delete. I said, you have to, and they fucking did it. So kudos to them.
That's insane, dude.
And then BJ, you came along. And you say that I begged you.
You
I
did
don't
beg me.
remember it at
You
all.
absolutely begged
So
me.
you honestly could be right, but it doesn't sound like something. It sounds like you heard me kind of being a loud fucking know-it-all somewhere, and you're like, hey, that guy's cool because you're a bad judge of character. And you're
Absolutely
like, nah,
not.
you're stuck with me.
No. So you started this podcast, and you had Adam Wells and Michael Cahill on the show. We all worked together. I got back into wrestling because of the pipe bomb, because, as you said, Donnie, at Bleach Report, who else can write about wrestling? And I was like, I can write about it. I used to love this shit. CM Punk was one of my favorites. And that's how I got back into wrestling. And for a month, you begged me, and I really just did not want to be on a podcast. But you kept begging, and then Wells and Cahill like, hey, give it a shot. Came on. I think it was September 20th, I want to say. Was the
I
first
like how you
episode.
pretend you don't know the exact date, but you were waiting to say it the whole
'cause
time.
I know my dates. And it was like, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Let's do it again. And kept coming back.
Famous
Now,
last words.
Now, I'm going to break the fourth wall here a little bit. I reached out to Adam Wells for a comment on this special anniversary show. Okay, do you want to know what he said to me?
Sure.
Fuck off.
I said, hey, dude, what's up? And he said, hey. And then I said, I'm doing this 15th anniversary show, I think maybe get your comments, right? And he never responded. Okay? So,
funny.
can I ask you,
About
hold on.
Hanging out with the Briscoes.
Yo, hi, real quick, here's exact conversation. Yo, hi, question mark? Can I, that's him responding to me. Can I ask a favor? Ring Rust Radio's 15 in August. Get a sentence about your favorite moments or anything about the show since you were one of the founding fathers before we dumped you like hot rocks, right?
I wonder why you didn't respond.
Yo, and then Thursday of last week, I said, nothing out of here? I said, get it. I said, I get it. It's a nod to what you added to the show. He never said anything back.
Well, I disagree because he had one of the greatest interview moments of all time.
Yeah, but it was
With
him
Lonnie
fucking
Papa.
up, dude. And there was
Yeah.
two of them. He had two of them. He asked Roderick Strong about the fucking Briscoes.
Hanging out with the Briscoes.
And Roderick Strong told him to shut his dumb shit mouth. And then Lanny Poffo was like, do you remember what I did on those frisbees? And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like, no you don't. You're a liar.
He basically asked him, what did I do?
I think he caught him in a lie.
He did. Oh, what a piece of shit.
I feel
Back
that.
to the people who were here. Brandon
Yeah.
Galvin shows up, and I realize then I've got 3 albatrosses around my fucking neck, and I have to kill them off one by one. BJ's the only one who survived, and then we bring in Mike. I don't know. I don't honestly.
Because
I
Wells
came
was
in,
leaving.
Cahill was still here, so.
Yep. I was the one that was like, hey, Donnie, we should bring Mike on. He knows a ton about wrestling. He's doing a great job, and we should get him on. Wells is leaving. Let's bring on Mike. And then you were like, Yeah, we should definitely get him on. Let's get him on. And Mike was like, I guess I'll do like a trial.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. No.
Right. So
I
think
remember.
I started off like I did a couple like kind of guest spots, and then I don't know. I was told that Donnie did not like.
I
me,
didn't
did
want
not
you.
want me on the
Yeah.
show.
I said I called you the C word. I said that lazy bitch doesn't deserve a spot on my fucking stage.
I assume you got
My
outvoted
stage.
by the other two people, and that's
He
how I ended up
absolutely
on the
did.
show. Yeah.
And then they
And-
fired me.
No.
Well,
I didn't.
justice was served. Anyway,
Justice was served. Yeah, that's
But yeah, so I remember coming on, and when I came on, it was still technically like it was wrestling and boxing and MMA, and I
Yeah,
just like
so stupid.
I would leave for like 10 minutes when he talked about MMA or whatever.
From the bottom of my heart, I think it was like a couple months, and you're like, "This is stupid." And I was like, "You know what? You're kind of right."
Yeah. Because
we were doing debates on Mayweather and Pacquiao for a little
I
while.
stand by those.
Yeah.
That's the original Bray. Just us pitting ourselves against each other. Whatever it was always it was Bray and Roman for a long time. It's been a lot.
I really don't remember what I thought, like, because I came in, like, 2012, I guess it was. I don't remember, like, the month or anything, but I can't remember, like, what I thought about, like, doing the show. Like, there's no way I thought that it would still be happening this far in the future. You guys had done, like, a handful of interviews before I came in. I think that's what, like, motivated me to want to be on the show. I'm like, oh, okay, I can interview. I think, like, DDP was, like, one of the first huge names we ever got. And I was like, okay, this is cool. So that's why I'll keep doing it, so we can interview these wrestlers.
And I mean, that's when I had motivation, man. That's when I chased down so many interviews, and then, like, dude, we'll talk
you
about
gotta
interviews
figure,
later.
we got almost all the big names of the time and of the past.
It was crazy of who we were getting.
And
still
we
can't
had
believe
no
that
right to be talking to a lot of these people.
Yes, thanks Bleacher Report for helping us for allowing us to have those interviews. We really appreciate it after all those years.
Mm.
But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, Mike, you being part of the show, it's been awful. But
Thanks,
people
man.
seem to like it, and that's fine.
You
so
needed
happy
somebody
that, like-
to challenge you on things.
Well, really, BJ needed help attacking me. He knew I needed to be attacked, but he's like, I need backup. This dude's so dumb, I can't kill him alone.
Yeah, because you're so fucking annoying.
I'm like one of those
dude.
big fat zombies. I'm like, I'm too much for just one dude and his gun and the two guys and their guns. Yeah, and honestly, from there, I feel like we've just done the show.
And, it wasn't too long after that, Mike joins that, because we still had Kayla around, and we were doing 4, 5, 6 hour episodes, because we would review every single segment, basically, that happened on Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
TNA what the fuck moments.
Yeah, TNA what the fuck moments that we were doing, the paper. I mean, there was just so much, and it was just
We
heated
covered
debates.
ROH.
We did. We covered everything. We went from covering every sport to just covering wrestling the best. And I think that I remember, listen, I remember the time Cahill said, I'm done. And I remember him pulling me aside and he said, that episode was 7 hours long.
Yeah, it was insane.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, is that bad? And he's like, yeah, idiot. It's fucking terrible. And I'm never doing
Looking
this
back,
again.
I don't even know like how or why we were doing 7 hours. Like it was totally not necessary.
It wasn't necessary. It was just we just were like, all right, we're reviewing everything, and this is Raw soon after. They
Went to
go
3
to fucking
hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Like
I
so
will
it was
say
just
this.
a lot.
One thing I always hung our hat on was we were thorough as fuck at a time where we were the reason, and we hated Dave from the very beginning, right?
Of
That was
course.
kind of a foundational
That was one
piece
of my first major contributions was Dirty
Yeah.
Busters
Well-
because before I ever was on this, I hated him. It really started when I started watching wrestling again in 2010. I would like go online and like see this shit. I'm like, how are people buying into this bullshit? So I made it like my life's work to point out why you should not be buying into this.
And you really did bring that to the table for the show, and it was instant. Like we're like, yes, this is. And I remember at times we're like, this is going to get us in trouble, and it never really did.
No, nobody cared enough, so we
Nobody
could
cared
say
enough,
whatever we wanted.
which is crazy. It's crazy. Nobody would sit through the 7 hours to get to the shit talking, except for Taz. He only got.
He didn't like the covering TNA
Oh,
coming
yeah.
over.
He only got
That's right.
Yeah, he got so mad at us, dude. Real quick, I want to mention now that's on top of my head. Interviews that it killed me that I missed on. One of the ones that I still to this day regret because I was so close and he passed away was Harley Race. I really wanted to interview Harley Race and he passed away pretty much right as it was happening. And that was
Roddy
really tough.
Piper in that vein too, right?
Roddy Piper, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I
And
remember
that-
those.
Yeah, that's, we had a lot of great interviews. You want to start going through some of these interviews? Real quick,
Yeah.
anything else about you guys getting on the show? And I mean, thinking about over the course of time, 13, 15, CM Punk leaving, we saw the formation. Think about the stuff that we saw in that 15-year period.
CM Punk leaving and coming back.
Yeah.
The thing about it's so sad. We've been doing this so long that stuff from the early days, I can hardly. There's so much I can hardly.
A lot of Sheamus and Randy Orton.
we did a lot of Sheamus and Randy Orton.
Yeah, it was not a good time of wrestling that we started. doing this.
2014, we really kicked it into Roman versus Bray arguments every week.
Yep.
But,
to the yelling and shit. I remember that's some of the people who are still here. That's when they came in. I remember we'll talk about it later. But Walsh's story of the 7-hour episodes. It was his whole shift. He's like, dude, you got me through a whole shift one day. He's like, I couldn't fucking believe it.
But yeah, we saw the Shield debut, we saw the Network debut, which was just and die, but
we've outlived many of the things.
We saw Lucha Underground start and end. We saw the start of AEW.
Some of us saw
TNA
the start.
somehow survived this entire time.
Some of us, Donnie.
Some of us saw the start of Lucha. I don't know about the rest of us. But yeah, the TNA What the Fuck moments are some of my favorite of all time. We went through those TNA times. Dude, Creed, everything Aces and Eights was
Lord
just
Tensai.
Dude, Lord Tensai. The songs.
I love the songs that you did, though.
I know, and it sucks we can't use them anymore, but it is what it is. But those were some really good times, dude. Me being Justin Bieber. I remember recording those. I lived with my mom when I bought my house, I had to fix it up first. So I had to go live with my parents for a little while. So I'm married in the basement recording the Lord Tensai song, looking around like, how the fuck is this real life, dude? How is this fucking real life?
Loser.
I know, dude. I know. Oh my god. Fucking looking back, I thought I had it. I had never fucking had it. Okay, what do you want? You want to talk about some of the interviews?
Let's go over all the interviews that we've done, and we could just kind of talk about if we remember anything.
This is in alphabetical order.
Oh, alphabetical order. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start it out, Donnie.
Oh, I'm not looking at it. I was hoping you'd read. I can't read.
All right. I'll just read them
Are
all.
you new to the 15 years in? Come on, dude.
Usually you host the show, but okay, we had Abyss, ACH, Adam Cole.
Hold on real quick. Good.
Well, Adam Cole, we had multiple times, and is one of my favorite guests that we ever had. He was such a nice guy. On
Super
the show.
smart to the business.
And
honestly,
when we had him, he was ROH top guy, Adam Cole.
Yep.
And my favorite time we had him is after the thumbtack bit, and we got to mark out with him. He's like, I know, it was
what
so
a
cool.
match, man. Dude, one of the best matches of the era of Ring Rust.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Honestly, still looking back, it's still one of my favorite matches ever. So I enjoy it. And that's like a predecessor to the Black and Gold NXT.
Yep.
Which is really great.
We had Adam
real quick. Abyss was a big one for me because I really loved Abyss for a very long time. It's a super sweet guy. Genuinely one of the nicest guys we've ever talked to. And I believe he was doing Parks, Park, and Park at that time.
Yeah, he was. And that's a good thing because it was like we got so many TNA interviews because you got in real good with TNA. And so he was the first one that we're naming here from the TNA days. But that's why we had like almost everyone that was in TNA, we had an interview with them.
Yep.
Yeah, we really did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ross Foreman, I believe his name was. Very
Rockstar
nice guy.
Spud or something, or like they tried to give us Rockstar Spud, and Donnie was like, "That's where I trouble."
Yeah, I would have done it. I definitely wasn't me who yelled. It might have been BJ. I would have been like, bring him in. I want to talk to him.
So also we had Adam Rose, AJ Styles.
We gotta talk
That
about
was
that one.
that's
That was
right
the
when
White
he.
Whale for a while.
That was the White Whale. That was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Begging Donnie, can we please get AJ? And Donnie, you want to tell the story?
Oh, I don't remember exactly how I got
it. Was
but...
right before. So there was a little period where AJ leaves New Japan, goes to Ring of Honor, right before he's going to WWE.
Okay.
Yep.
And you got him right when he was going to.
I
Final
got him
Battle.
because I had
And
ins at Ring of Honor. That's
Yes,
right.
and he
I
was
knew people
hurt.
in Ring of Honor.
He had a back injury at this time too. So I think there was some like uncertainty of how much he could really go at Final Battle.
He was
had an
still with New
amazing match.
Japan. He was still in New
You're
Japan
right.
too, but he was working Ring of Honor. Because it was right before Wrestle Kingdom.
That's what it was, right.
Yep.
And so yeah, amazing I still can't believe that you actually got
awesome.
AJ in
Great
that time period.
Good.
Al Snow, one of our first interviews.
Very fun.
Still to this day, Donnie, I think one of the most insightful interviews we've ever had about actual business and the psychology of things.
Can't remember it.
Yeah.
He's a very smart person, but you
Yep.
you wouldn't realize that just based off his gimmick.
Yeah.
Alberto El Patron.
Pac, the other company.
Oof.
That's where that was created.
Austin Aries.
I mean, I liked him a whole lot, and
Austin Aries was big time at that time.
yeah.
Awesome Kong.
I mean, that still makes us fucking tons of views online.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome Kong.
Yep.
Um,
That interview, and that was for Glow, which I loved, by the way.
Yeah.
Bad News Barrett.
Ooh, okay. So
That-
that was in our WWE era when we were getting some here and
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Becky Lynch.
Now, here's
That
the
was-
thing about those interviews.
Becky Lynch was me, right?
Yeah, that was you through 2K.
Yep.
WWE 2K.
And here's the thing. Your interviews on your own, you really do get your shit in during your time, which I appreciate. When we did some of the WWE interviews as a trio, I felt like we
It was like
definitely-
one question each.
Yeah, we couldn't get anything in. And mine always had to be the fucking ass-kissing one.
Why is now the right time?
Yeah.
And for people that don't know, that's Donnie's favorite question. Why are you doing this right now, and why is now the right time to do it? It's the first fucking
Yep.
question of every interview we ever did.
It became so iconic that I had that as my shell. It was like, I already know it's already got to
And
end.
we'd always have group chat open during it, and Donnie, B and BG would always be fucking ragging on Donnie for. He'd be like, "Listen,
Listen.
Listen.
Hold on, okay. But from the bottom of my heart, I made good relationships with those people because I always sold their shit first.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Very smart. Bianca Belair.
That was
I think it was
Mike.
just Mike,
That was
right?
that was a Mike.
That was
also,
Michael.
yeah.
Yep. Blue Meanie.
That was
Bo
fun.
Bo Dallas.
Oh, Dallas! They were just giving us whoever in
Yep.
WWE.
Yeah, they
so.
sure were.
This also, I think, one of our best. Bob Backlund, one of the nicest guys.
Donnie's
Yes.
best
He
friend.
was selling his book, I think, out of his car and giving them out to people.
Yep. And
Didn't he send you a
he
book
called
on
me
it?
on he called me on Christmas. I got
Yeah.
the book and he called me on Christmas.
Hell
yes.
yeah. Bobby Fish, Bobby Lashley, Bobby
Lashley
Roode.
Bobby
was-
Lashley had to be there in that TNA run.
It was.
Yep,
He was world
absolutely.
champion when we interviewed him.
Yep.
It was very good.
Bobby Roode.
I remember really enjoying the Bobby Roode one.
Yep.
Dude, Booker T. Was that just
Yes.
you, Donnie?
Yeah.
That was just you. You had
I was
Brandy
gonna say I don't
Rhodes?
really remember Booker T.
Yeah. I think it was just Donnie. Brandy Rhodes.
That'd be right after her and Cody left WWE, and we're setting
Yeah,
up
I
for-
think it was what they were. I think that was their TNA.
Yeah.
Bret Hart. Dude.
Yes. That
John,
got me
you wanna tell
fired
that
from
one?
that got me fired from Forbes.
What the fuck was he selling that you had to
It was like a finance thing where it was high interest loans and shit like that. It was and then it was in competition with something that they were selling on site. I had no idea. And they're like, this is not even pertinent. And then they went through and they're like, are you just selling your interviews every time? And I'm like, no, I do news too. I'm Mrs. Nass. I'm Big Nasty too, or whatever, right? And so I got fired because of that. But great interview, by the way. That was one of my favorites. Bret Hart was awesome.
Bret Hart came back from a checkup to do the interview for us.
Yeah, he was very nice. He
That's-
took
yeah.
the time.
still
He
one
took
of
the
the
time.
biggest interviews we ever had.
Absolutely. Brian Cage, Brian Kendrick, Brian Shields.
He was an
Group-
author, right? Brian Shields.
Brian Shields
think
was the
so.
guy who did the book,
Yeah.
the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania or
Yep.
something.
Yep. Okay, I remember that.
Bruno Sammartino.
Dude,
shortly
that's a
before
big
he
time.
passed.
I thought it was a couple years.
Yeah, I want to say a couple years maybe.
Okay.
From the bottom of my heart, that was again. I don't know why I keep saying from the bottom of my heart. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
That was an
Listen, from the bottom of
incredible.
my
Incredible interview. Bruno Sammartino
Yeah.
took the time. I had to call his house to make that interview happen. Bruno
That's awesome.
Sammartino, he was older at the time, so he did his best. But he was we gave him a platform to talk, and he did.
The concept of Bruno Sammartino, who was 80 years old at the time, doing a podcast is just fucking hilarious. Looking
Yeah.
back.
And honestly, I don't see that around very much. We did well on that.
So many of these interviews, there are certain ones where things are just etched in my mind, but most of them I don't remember specific moments, but
Yeah.
I just remember being locked in on him just telling old stories.
Oh, I think it was you. We asked about Oh, what's the guy? His protege who turned on him. What the hell was
Larry
his name?
Zbyszko.
Larry Zbyszko. We talked about that because I remember reading an interview, and he's talked about him like coming to his house and them like planning it out and stuff like that. And like it was cool to watch him like break the fourth wall and shit too. It was very cool.
Brian Williams, who was a video game developer with 2K.
That's right. We got free games out of that. Hell yeah.
We did, yeah.
Buff Bagwell. Bully Ray.
When he had both legs. Bully Ray was when he was. Bully Ray was when he was.
Was that ROH?
TNA, probably, right?
Was that
Yeah,
TNA?
I'm pretty sure the Bully Ray. I think we had Bully Ray 2 times. One of them was before the Dixie Carter match. I remember that.
Okay.
Hashtag it happened.
Yep, it did.
Candice LeRae.
Literally
fun
no
interview.
memory of having Candice LeRae on the show.
Yeah.
I remember. It was fun.
Charlotte Flair.
Wasn't
That was
Donnie
me and Joe.
Archie?
That was me and Joe Archie. Yeah.
I don't know how we got cut out of that one, but
Yeah.
I don't think-
Chavo Guerrero.
That was
Lucha.
Lucha. That was
Yeah.
Lucha, I believe.
we got a lot of Lucha ones.
Yeah,
back
here we
in
go.
the day.
Chris DeJoseph.
Well, that's that. Once I talked to Christian Joseph, he was my in. Then I talked to PR people, and then I got in touch.
I
with
remember that being a great one because like we got to pick his brain about all kinds of
Oh,
shit
yeah.
behind.
I remember his name, and again, Kevin Kleinrock and Krista Joseph. If I had $1 billion, I could start a wrestling company. I'd hire him tomorrow.
Here's a controversial one who we have on multiple times. Chris Jericho.
Great
losses don't
interviewee.
matter,
Hates
Mark.
Mike Chiari.
He does not hate me.
Hates Mike Chiari.
The thing that Donnie always likes to bring up is not really how it happened. If you recall, it's kind of like today, but at the time he was losing like every match that he had, and it was a big debate among wrestling fans. Like, are you kind of like, is he losing his importance if he loses every single match? And I brought up that topic that was up for debate among people, and he said something like, wins and losses don't matter. And then Donnie turned that into him hating me and saying wins and losses don't matter, Mark.
He did. We read between the lines, dude.
Yeah.
It was.
But
the
as we
middle
know,
finger.
wins and losses, they really do matter.
Not the John Cena's tournament.
We
True.
had Chris Masters.
Oh, real quick, I don't want to bury Chris Jericho. He is a legitimate friend of the show. I've
We had him maybe
contacted him
2 or
in the
3
recent
times, I think.
years because he needed a book pushed or something
He
like
had all
that.
kinds of random ass.
He was on like a show or something, right? Like a
Yep.
a web show or something.
Yeah. Chris
That's,
Masters.
oh no, it was. At one point, I got in with NBC Universal somehow. I just used to lie. I used to lie so hard about how important I was, just to get on PR lists.
Good.
And
still
I would
do.
just, I don't
That's the way
care.
to do it. We had Chris Masters, Chris Sabin, Christopher Daniels, legend, Cody Rhodes. That was the
That
TNA
was
era.
after leaving WWE, starting the
Yep.
indie run.
That might have
was
been Ring of
TNA.
Honor, dude. That might have been
Really?
Ring of Honor.
That was
Yeah,
TNA.
probably. He was in Ring of Honor after.
Dalton Castle. Speaking
Oh,
of,
I remember loving that one.
That was a
He
fun
was
His
like
button-
in character pretty much.
Buttonfly jeans. That's what I always got out of this.
Yeah.
Buttonfly jeans.
Damian Sandow.
Very
I
fun.
wish I remembered more about the Damian Sandow because that was probably a great one.
Yeah.
Davey Richards. DDP,
Wolf.
Diamond Dallas Page.
That was
That
one
was
of
a
our
big
early
one.
big ones for sure.
That's what
That
we
was
were
for
talking
DDP
about. Remember
yoga.
when I was trying to do DDP yoga?
Yep. He sent
Didn't
us the
work.
DVD. Then he
I
sent
think
me
you
the
lied
DVD.
to him
I never
about
used
doing
it.
it.
Didn't work. Yeah, BJ also didn't work for him, so fuck you.
Dixie Carter we had.
Okay,
Sugar?
that's one of my favorites. That's one of my. I worked harder at that than almost any other interview. And guess what? It lived up to the hype. That was
She
super
was such
fun.
a nice
she was,
person.
Very
and she was
nice.
super fun. She was answering all
Yeah.
questions. She's like, "Oh no, Sugar, you think I'm going through that table? You're crazy."
Dolph Ziggler. DJ Z.
Dolph
Don't bury Dolph. Dolph cried almost.
Ziggler
He's like, these men understand me. I'm amongst my people,
Dolph
and he almost
literally
cried.
asked us,
Yeah.
because he was being
What
just
more can I
basically
do?
like buried. He's like his jobber. He's like, what? He's like, what am I doing wrong? And we're
He's
like,
like, I
We
can
don't
work, I can talk, I got the look, I got this, I got that. Like,
It's 'cause-
what else can there be for them to push me to the top? And we're like, bro, we have no idea. You literally have everything that you could ever want in a pro wrestler.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drew Galloway.
Drew Galloway.
McIntyre.
During
Yeah,
that
before-
run with Camacho.
Hey, he had we saw the reinvention of Drew
Oh,
McIntyre.
Yeah.
Eddie Edwards.
He's still
Edge.
kicking in fucking TNA, Eddie Edwards.
Yep.
The coach.
Edge. That,
Yeah,
Me
that was
about
for-
Money Plane.
Yeah.
that was for BJ.
Eli Drake.
Yeah.
Eric
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
Eric Young. EC3, Ethan Carter
Donnie's
III.
all-time favorite EC3.
I love EC3, dude.
Yeah.
And honestly, those interviews with him were very fun.
Gail Kim.
Very-
Goldberg.
Oh,
which was
Goldberg.
a better wrestler.
Goldberg-
Goldberg hates me and I hate him. It's mutual.
Those are some of my favorite things because he hated. He did
He was
3
on
interviews
multiple
with us.
times.
He did 3 interviews with us, I believe, and he hated every one of them.
The one I remember is he was doing some dumbass movie.
Yep.
Whoever you were in contact with, his PR person, you
Didn't
made it
tell
very
him
clear, like, okay, we'll ask about the movies and we're gonna ask wrestling questions.
Mhm.
And I asked a wrestling question. He's like, "Is this in lieu of questions about the movie?" It's like, no, you fuck. We asked you a question about the movie, and we're asking you a question about wrestling too. What do you mean? Is this in lieu of? It's in addition to.
Yeah. Terrible.
He's just a miserable prick of a person.
Yeah, but you didn't say any of that to Goldberg. You're like, sorry, Mr. Goldberg.
Well, no, because then we wouldn't be able to interview him anymore if I did that.
We're going from Goldberg to Grizzly Redwood, one of our very first
That was our very-
interviews.
That's when
I
we
was
learned
not
he
on
had
for the Grizzly Red
No.
interview.
he had
I
a
still
he
don't
had
know
a
who that is.
Grizzly.
He was an
it was one,
ROH, right?
he was an, dude, but he had a as a child had a trachea surgery, and they feel like, and that's why he had a big old thing in his neck, and then fucking yeah,
He was like
a
a
good
tiny
dude.
lumberjack guy.
He was a really good dude.
Hacksaw
Is he-
Jim
is he alive?
Duggan.
Hacksaw.
No.
Hacks.
I
Grizzly Redwood, because you said he was a really good dude.
I mean, I don't know. I don't
Um,
talk to him anymore.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hardcore Holly.
Hardcore Holly, I remember, that's one of the couple that I got, and I
For
think
his
I
book.
talked to him on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
He
for
ended
his
up
book or
being,
something,
like,
right?
such a nice guy.
Yep.
And you
Yeah.
thought he was going to be, like, a complete hard ass, because that's, like,
His
what
rep.
people say
Yeah.
about him, but
Mhm.
he was very nice.
We had Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was fun.
We had Eva Lise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I loved all
Hell
the
yeah.
Lucha.
They're
We were
great.
so in on Lucha at that time.
Yeah. Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher turned out to be a monster, I guess, but at the time he was a very fun wrestler.
Yeah. Jack Swagger.
Yeah, hell yeah! He turned out to be a monster too, kind of, but it's
Um,
alright.
Jake the Snake Roberts. We got.
John
Oh,
we
Cena
got.
Wild.
Hold on.
John
We got
Cena
Jake the
condoms.
we got Jake the Snake 2 times.
Twice, right?
We got him when he was having a really rough period in his life,
That was early on in Ring Rust, yeah.
very early on, and it was a
And
wild
post-
ass interview.
Post DDP.
And then we had him after, and it was honestly one of my favorite inspirational interviews we've ever done.
Yeah.
And it was honestly cool to see again the Ring Rust Radio lifespan. We saw Jake the Snake get clean and get
That is
saved.
true.
I mean, we saw Scott Hall get clean. You know what I mean? We saw a lot. DDP has done a lot for this business.
Oh yeah, DDP is the man. And we had James Storm.
Yeah, that's
Jake-
your money time, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm.
We had Jay Lethal.
Oh, Macho Man.
Wasn't he trying to teach Donnie how to properly do impressions?
Oh, that
I'm
is
pretty
true.
sure-
yeah,
I'm
you're
almost
right.
He tried to
positive, yeah.
teach you how to do a proper
think
Dusty
you're right.
impression.
Oh yeah, we had. I do. That was fun.
Dude. We had Jeff Hardy.
Talk about the fucking he wanted
Five.
to have
He
a
wanted to have the
rotating
ring.
ring match. Remember that?
We had Jeff
Yeah.
Hardy. We had Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, or some combination of the two of
Many
them.
times.
Yep.
Maybe 7, 8 times.
I think Matt might be who we've had the most.
I
Yeah.
think so. Jeff Jarrett. We got
He's
on
selling his
here.
gold,
He's
baby.
selling his gold. He's selling his
Global
VFW.
Force Wrestling.
Yep.
He was
Um,
very. I remember him being really cool. Though.
I got
Oh,
right.
yeah.
The
I
first
like
thing I
Jeff
did
Jarrett.
when I saw a new federation, I was like, contact, email address,
Smart.
perfect, PR.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Jerry Lynn.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
slow and boring interview, but it was
Jesse.
technically wonderful. It was a technically wonderful.
I mean,
match.
we gotta get the ECW originals when we could, you know.
He's honestly, it was a very. I was just being mega fun. It was a great interview.
Got Jesse Ventura. Who I think
I-
he looks like a fucking like.
I marked out like fucking crazy. To
That's
be
a
able to
big
talk to
one for
Jesse
me as well.
Ventura.
That is a big one.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about wrestling, movies, conspiracy theories.
Dude, we at one point I remember just being like, "This is my chance." Asking him a conspiracy
Yeah.
question. He's like, "Oh, Don, you gotta know this goes deeper than that." I was like, "Fuck
He's got one
yeah!"
of the most distinctive voices.
Will
ever.
Sasso.
Like,
Will Sasso doing the interview to
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura is one of my favorite things I've ever seen. I don't get it.
oh, I
We-
love this next one.
We had the most meaningless person in professional wrestling history, Jim Cornette, according to Donnie.
For
Yeah.
people that don't know, Jim Cornette we had on. Okay, we start to record the interview. Donnie is trying to introduce him as one of the like most important or one of the most
Yeah.
impactful people in the history of professional wrestling, and Donnie goes, one of the most meaningless people in pro wrestling history, and Jim Cornette's like, what the fuck?
I did a whoopsie. In retrospect, I was right.
Like, apologize profusely. Like, he thought it was funny because of how fucking stupid Donnie was. Like, he wasn't actually pissed off, but it was just a hilarious.
Jim Cornette,
moment.
by the way, came on to do the interview while his wife was fucking sick in bed. And Donnie
Honestly,
calls
that's-
him
He called
the
him
most meaningless person in wrestling history.
I'm pretty sure we teed him up to like talk shit on Vince Russo like 50 times.
That
too.
is true.
Oh,
So
we
good.
had it was a good interview.
Oh, that was great.
Listen, I know he can be controversial, but from the bottom of my heart, I still love his attitude.
He's incredible, dude. Like,
No, he's not. He's just an asshole, but just let's
he's
keep
not.
He's up. He's up the
He's
throttle.
cool as
Very
fuck.
funny.
You're
we had
such a loser.
we had good old JR, Jim Ross. I
That
think
was
he
a
also
very
gave us,
long
like an
interview.
hour.
Yeah. That's okay though. I like hearing him talk.
He was
Yeah.
doing a lot of long stories, but
Yeah.
it's still fun.
The most recent, Jimmy Hart.
My best friend Jimmy Hart.
Yep. We had J.J. Dillon, who was one of our longest interviews as well.
That's a long one.
Probably is the longest interview of
Yeah.
all time.
And I'll say this
That
to
was
you.
like
I'll
over
say
an
this
hour,
to you.
I think.
We definitely. I learned a lot too, though. Like I don't hate that
Yeah.
interview. I'm like, man, that interview's so long, but I'm like, man, he's talking about all the shit I like, and we're playing into it. That's one thing. It's good. It's a good interview.
Oh, yeah. Joe Koff.
Oh, that's the
ROH
ROH
guy.
guy. Yep.
Yep.
Didn't
Joey
he
Ryan.
pass away kind of
I think he
recently?
did. Yeah.
Joey Ryan.
Oh boy,
RIP
before we
his
knew about
career.
his. Yeah.
John Bradshaw Layfield.
Ooh.
Did he yell at you for tweeting at him?
Didn't he
Afterward.
block Donnie?
Yeah, afterward. Because I was like, we interviewed at JC Layfield or whatever, and he was like, y'all need to leave me the fuck alone.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
We had John Cena.
This is a
It was
kind of
one
a backdoor
question.
one, wasn't it? a
Quote unquote
conference
interview.
call?
Listen, yes, it was a conference call, but me and Donnie were on there. We asked questions, and we are counting it as an interview.
I got 4 questions on that interview.
And
That's
when I
more
went
than
to WrestleMania, at WrestleMania 29, I asked him a question in the press
There you
room.
go.
So
should
we'll
have
count
recorded
that
it.
too.
Should have
counts.
recorded it. Should have recorded it. Could have been 5 questions we had on there.
Yep. We had Johnny Mundo.
Oh, I remember loving that.
We had him
one.
a couple times, I believe.
Wasn't
I believe
Molina
so,
there
yes.
with him
I don't remember.
on
I
one
for-
of them when he
I
was
don't
in
know.
Lucha?
So-
Molina was with
Well,
him.
we're gonna find out when we get to M. We had
Well, I don't know
JT
that she. But here's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
I don't
I
remember,
don't think
but
she'd
it sounds
appeared
familiar.
on the podcast, but he was like talking to her like off the
Oh.
fucking like not you know she was
I don't
there.
We
You
had
could be lying.
JTG. He was selling a book.
ATG.
That's
Yeah, he
right.
was.
Remember
I
that?
actually read that book after that
Why?
Here was
because it
one
was
of
very
the-
short and I could handle it.
Oh, yeah, it was
yeah.
a pamphlet. That's right.
This behind the scenes is one of our most controversial interviews that we've ever had. Justin Roberts.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Real quick story. The interview was whatever, but at the end, he goes, listen, guys, you guys seem very cool. I appreciate your time. He was like, you guys seem very,
Yeah.
like, authentic, and, like, thank you guys. That was a great interview. I was like, thanks, dude, no problem. He's like, listen, guys, I don't have to do this, but let me get out here and say, like, is there anything you want to know? Like, I would love to give you guys a little insight. He's probably in one of those insiders. Justin Roberts is feeding scoops.
Anything you want to know,
Anything you want to know.
backstage scoop, anything you ever wonder about,
So,
just ask
Pause
me.
right here. So now he asks us this. I instantly say something. Mike Chiari and Brandon Gavin, what are you thinking when he says that to you? Like, what are some of the things
I
you thought?
Oh, my
remember-
mind's racing. Like,
Yeah.
man, there's like, because think about how long he'd been there. Like, any kind of fucking number of things. Like, maybe something about like when Daniel Bryan choked him out and like what actually happened with that.
Yep.
And
Because this is right after he left WWE, basically.
Yep.
yeah,
And I remember, because we, like you guys said, we're in this, like, group chat. And so I remember, like, holy shit, I'm about to, like, type to Mike and Donnie, like, all right, like, what were we ask? And Donnie blurts out, Donnie,
How big is Great Khali's dick? And he was like, all right, guys, have a great day. And hung up the phone.
we could have had some massive scoop and Donnie
my
asked
jaw
how big
dropped.
his dick.
I could not believe you did that. I still can't believe
In
you fucking did that.
retrospect though, Justin Roberts was kind of pussy. Yeah.
Oh, man, dude.
Well,
Listen, you don't give me a chance to answer something that quickly, because you're going to get what I feel in my heart. That's what I wanted to ask him, dude. He was around during that time. He was next to it often. Like, he didn't look down and be like, damn, dude. It's either that big or that small, you know what I mean? It's this damn either way.
we had Frankie Kazarian. We had Keith Lee.
Keith
Ken
Lee was
Anderson-
like a relative unknown still at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was because we saw him
That
at
was
midnight at
Evolve?
WrestleMania
Yeah.
against
Yana.
Cobb. Against
Yeah.
Cobb.
We had Ken Anderson,
That's
Ken
true.
Shamrock.
Ooh,
OG
Ken
Ken
legend.
Shamrock was good. He was preparing for a Kimbo Slice fight, I believe.
Oh my, that fight was fucking brutal.
I know. Still.
We had Kenny Omega.
That's true. That was one of my favorite gets because I had to
Yeah, we know.
talk and talk to people and shit. And he was in Japan, so we had to do it all early as shit in the morning. But guess what? It was a really good interview. It gave us plenty of time. It was super nice.
We got Kenny King.
I fucking was such a Kenny King mark. I
Yeah,
can't believe
he
he
was
never
great.
like made it to like NXT or something.
Yeah. We had Killshot, Swerve Strickland,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi might have been the first like WWE interview.
I think that was.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Angle. We got.
Ooh.
That was a big get.
That was
Yep.
Save Olympic
That was
Wrestling.
so
Remember
cool.
that time
Yep,
period?
I do.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Forget
Lanny
I loved
Poffo?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Blaney
Lanny
Poffos when
Poffo.
that's where
Lawrence
Adam
Hurd.
Wells got caught lying.
We had Leo Rush.
Oh, before he was this monster goblin.
Yeah.
It's when he wanted
wow.
to eat BG's dog.
That's right.
That's true. Low Key.
Low key.
He was very nice to us, actually. Very
He was.
professional.
When he was in TNA.
Please just fucking answer your
I love
questions
Loki
so I
growing
can
up, man.
move on to my next phase of life.
Luke Hawks.
That's
One
a
of our
really
first.
Yep. WSX
Uh,
legend.
Mad Braddox.
That's
Brad
Brad
Maddox?
Maddox. by the way.
Yeah.
Brad
Got
Maddox.
confirmation that Vince fired him because he said cocky pricks in a
Yeah.
promo
Which is
That's
crazy.
for the
Absolutely
crowd.
crazy. Magnus.
Nick Aldis.
That's
That's
Nick
true.
Aldis. Marty Scurll.
I was such a
Ooh,
Magnus.
Yikes.
I was such a Magnus fan, and
You were.
honestly, I was such a Marty Skrull mark for the villain.
Yikes.
I was
bad.
like, oh no. Listen, he's a monster. Obviously, whatever it is. But from the bottom of my heart, like at the time, I loved that whole gimmick and shit. I was all in
We had Matt Hardy.
One of the
a bunch of times,
all
a million
time.
times.
We had him
Friendly.
with Jeff, and we had him by himself. We had Matt Jackson.
I think everything you hear about Matt Hardy is true though, because like everybody always says like if you just see him out somewhere, ask for a picture or like talk to him, he no matter what he will do that, and like
That's
he would do probably any fucking podcast. Too.
He was
I enjoyed his podcast.
always a sweetheart.
Yeah.
To us.
Yeah. We had Matt Jackson.
And
Matt
Nick.
Riddle.
Yeah, we had
Yep.
the Young Bucks.
Well, we're gonna get there. Matt Riddle.
Why? That was a big. Don't just gloss over that. Young Bucks don't do podcasts. Young Bucks don't do any of that kind of shit, dude. They do their own podcasts and do their own stuff. That was I hustled the fuck to get that interview, and at the time they were like the biggest deal in non WWE. So that was a big get for us.
Riddle
Yeah.
was right before he went to WWE. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. That was Evolve, I believe. I was working. Cause what was his name? What was the guy from Evolve? Oh shit.
We had Matt Striker.
You do.
Matt Striker.
Matt
Matt
Striker's-
Striker, this was.
That's one of the worst.
This
That
was
was one of the
different.
worst interviews I've
Different.
ever done in my life.
Yeah.
He was a prick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matt Sydal.
I remember nothing from interviewing
Yeah.
that. So
Yep.
Yeah. Mauro Ranallo.
I remember him being exciting.
totally forgot
Oh,
we
yeah.
had Mauro Ranallo.
Michael Elgin.
He went fucking crazy after this.
Yeah. We had Mick Foley.
Mick
that was a
Foley.
huge one.
Yeah, I remember that being a very big deal that we could
Yep.
pull that off.
Mike Bennett. Mike
Yeah,
Mondo.
Mike
Mike
Mondo, that was an
Mondo.
early one for sure.
Yeah,
Mike
that
Mondo was
really
another
was.
one. We had Moose.
Moose.
We had Mr. T.
Moose might have been ROH days, like even before TNA. It had to be.
I think-
Mr. T was an incredible interview.
That was
Yeah,
that was
that was
surreal
fun.
getting to talk to fucking Mr. T.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
He was
did that.
selling something. I don't remember what.
Oh, that's it. I was one of my again. It was just that was a press nothing to do with wrestling. The press contact, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, we're turning it into a wrestling interview. Let's
Yep.
do it."
Mustafa Ali.
That was great.
MVP. Natalia.
Holy shit! Is that when you
What's
asked
your
the cartoon
favorite
cats?
cartoon cat?
That's crazy.
That's,
That's
not what I
fucking
asked, but
crazy,
yes,
dude.
that
What
is-
a, what a wild pivot that was.
That's not what I asked, but that is.
Oh, that
from
was legendary. Stuff was legend.
Neville.
Neville, that was like, man, that was one of our first WWE ones too.
New Jack. Which Johnny, tell us the story of New Jack.
Which
That was
one?
insane.
The
Well,
one
the
where he
fir-
thought you were the police.
Yeah.
The first one, I text him and I say, okay, hey, like, hello, and he's like, who the fuck is this? And I was like, this is, Donnie from Ring Rust. I'm doing an interview. He's like, are you the police? I was like, I'm not the fucking police. Why would I ask? Why would I be doing that? I even said, I was like, why would I contact you like this? If that's what it is. He's like, okay, that's fine. And
We
that
interviewed
interview,
twice, right?
I remember
second-
leading
to
up
the
to that interview, like thinking, like, there's no way we're
Like,
actually gonna interview
yeah.
you, Jack.
dude, we got him twice, and honestly, he really did enjoy us. He
I
was
think the
super
second
nice. to
time
us.
he was like totally cool.
Yeah.
Was he
was.
like at a restaurant one time?
I listen. All I know is the first one he was very much like kind of in character doing his bit and like being outlandish. And then the second time I messaged him, he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And like was so fucking nice to us. I was like,
That's
"Hey, cool.
awesome.
This dude's awesome."
We had
New
Nick
Jack,
Jackson.
I can't personally vouch for him, but he was nice to us.
There you go.
R.I.P. By the way.
R.I.P. Nick Jackson. We had Paul
Why
Bearer.
did you split them up, dude?
Paul
Because
Paul
this is an
Bear
alphabet
was
order.
very, very shortly before he passed.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Months, I think.
Yes,
And-
it was.
And I remember
He was
that
great.
being such a great interview.
Yeah,
He was awesome.
that was a great one. Paul Heyman, who hates Donnie.
He absolutely hates fucking Donnie. Donnie said some nonsense, and Paul Heyman just destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Such a
so
typical
these
Paul
real
Heyman
quick,
thing.
real quick.
There
Let's
was
get
no
into it.
working, by the way. He
That,
hated
yeah, I was gonna say that was a work. You guys
No.
got worked.
Oh.
Don't be jealous because me and the master worked a little gimmick together. We worked the crowd, dude. That's what we did, man. I made him feel. Honestly, though, that was one of my favorite gets ever. That's an incredible get for us, and
Yep.
one of the things I'm most proud of.
We had Paul London.
I got to ask Paul Heyman ECW questions, and he answered them very honestly, without hesitation, and I was like, "This is so cool."
I
Just really
probably was marking up beyond belief
Mhm.
listening to Paul Heyman.
Have you ever gone
Oh,
back
yeah.
and listened to any?
No,
No.
some of these I should though, because
I've never done it once.
I've
I'm
never
done it.
afraid. I'm honestly afraid to.
Yeah. We had Pete Gas.
yes, I remember that.
I don't
That's for
I
his
remember
book
being
or
cool.
something.
He was cool.
Yeah,
Petey
very
Williams.
Canadian Destroyer.
PJ Black.
PJ
Ray
Black.
Mysterio. Which,
That was
Donnie,
big
was that
time.
just you?
nice.
Was that all?
No, I think we were part of it. I think it was like, wasn't it on a weekend or something? We always tried to do it on like
Maybe that's
during the
what it was.
week,
Yeah.
but he could only do it on like a fucking Saturday or something at some weird time.
I remember Tommy Dreamer was getting ice cream for his kids.
Yes, I remember
Yep.
that. We will get to that. We had Rhino.
I don't remember the Ray Mysterio interview very much. I remember.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember the
Booker.
specifics, just that it was on a weird day.
So we had Rhino. We had Ric
Oh
Flair.
my God! I remember the Ray Mysterio reason. It was before All In or whatever that first one was. Remember he was supposed to be in the main. He was in the main event. Remember?
Yeah.
He was, and
he
they cut
was.
it off late,
Yeah.
or too early.
Hey, it is what it is. The problems
Rick-
persist.
Ric
yeah,
Flair was a
just you, right?
One-on-one, me and my boy Ric Flair. We did an hour Broadway. He just kept talking. It was
That's
very fun
amazing.
though. It was like the J.J. Dillon interview on steroids.
Yeah. Honestly though,
Um,
I didn't listen to the whole thing ever. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was
Uh,
great.
I'm pretty sure I listened to it. Ricky Steamboat. We had him.
I
that-
loved that interview. He was
Me
like,
too.
I remember him being like the sweetest man alive.
And also being very articulate with his answers and like direct as shit. Because I remember we were asking like like I remember Mike, you talked about 3, and I remember talking about like Chi-Town Slam or whatever the fuck it was.
Chi-Town
And-
Rumble.
Right? And it was just like he's like, boom, well this is exactly what happened. We'd gone into it with this attitude, and it's not how it was turning out. So we kind of did this.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
he
like,
gave a lot of insight. I remember about Macho Man and them laying out the match and stuff.
Yep.
That was a
And
very
the whole
good interview.
neck spot and how like proud he
Yeah.
was of how
I
everything
loved
turned
that
out.
interview.
Yeah, me too.
Rob Schamberger, who does the art.
guy.
He
Oh,
did the
that's
art
right.
for
Yeah, he was
WWE.
very nice. I remember him
We
being
had
nice.
Rob Van Dam, one of my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
wrestlers ever.
I want to say we had him
TNA.
a couple times probably.
I
Yeah.
think so. Robbie E.
That was in the TNA, and we were in the
Yeah.
trenches with TNA.
Roderick Strong. I think that was an early one too.
What's it like hanging out with the Briscoes?
Yeah, that's when Adam Wells got yelled at.
We had, this is just Mike, I believe, Roman Reigns.
No, we had Roman Reigns for
For Snickers?
Snickers.
Oh, before the WrestleMania 31,
that's
right?
right. But
That's
it was very short, and I had
Yeah.
to do the pub. I don't think I got to ask a normal question.
I remember being hyped for it. Though.
But then, didn't you also interview him, Mike, or was that just Becky for 2K?
I don't think so. I interviewed Becky.
Okay.
I interviewed Seth.
Yeah,
I never
okay.
interviewed
Right.
Roman.
Okay.
Please
Uh,
remember.
Seth
Rosemary.
isn't on this list, but I did interview him.
Oh, we're gonna add him right now.
There you go. Future friends of the
Rosemary?
show draft secured.
There you go.
Rosemary. Was she in character? I feel like he
Rosemary.
was.
Rosemary was good. That was leading to that Sue Young match that I actually went to at the
Yeah.
ECW arena.
We had Ryback.
That's when I saw Killer Cross and Scarlett Boudoir together, and I was like, man, they're a good team. And that was the first time I think they were around.
Fucking
Yeah.
Ryback.
We had Ryback.
That's true. He was nice to us though.
Sammy Callahan.
I loved Sammy.
I think that was Lucha.
What was the gimmick? Solomon Crow.
That
Remember,
was
he was like the
NXT.
hacker.
That had so much potential.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were so hoping.
We had Santino Marella, which I remember not seeing
Santino
him
Marella,
do.
no
He was an
lie,
asshole.
one of like the worst interviews. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't in character. He was just like monotone. It was
Yeah,
so
I
weird.
didn't like that.
He didn't want to be there, and he
I
thought we
was
were
happy.
marks.
I never liked him, so I'm just happy that.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the best interviews ever, Scott Steiner.
Holla,
Oh.
if you hear me, Scott, at my Shoney's. Scott
Okay.
Steiner.
So it starts off slow. We're like, hey, I forget what we were promoting. We weren't
His-
promoting the Shoney's.
it was
It
his
wasn't for
restaurant.
that. It really
No?
No,
wasn't.
I don't
it was,
think it was. I think
It
that
wasn't.
was like
It wasn't. It really wasn't. It wasn't. It was for something. He was doing something somewhere, and then he was also like, I also want to talk about that if we can. And we're like, okay. So we led with the Shoney's to give him what he wanted, right? And I remember him being like, yeah. And I was like, where's that again? And he's like, right down the highway. Or something like that. He gave some vague ass description
Route
that wasn't
3.
at all. Yeah, like no town, no state, nothing at all, right? And so first off, let's just say the interview is very good. He is a very good interview. He's hyped up. He's doing his shtick, and he's talking. We're kind of baiting him into talking a little shit on Triple H and stuff like that. And he's taking it. He's giving us a little bit. And then we say, okay, and where's the Shoney's? He said, off the highway. And we hang up the phone. And we're like, okay, let's start doing the show, right? So we start getting ready to start doing the show. And I say, I'm getting a call. Hold on, guys. I think this is Scott Steiner calling back. So we get him, call back. I was like, yeah, you want to talk about the exact address of your Shoney's? He's like, nah. I want to talk about Triple H and Stephanie. And we're like, what? Like, hold on. Like, so got the recorder going. He's like, Triple H, you got a mirror of me in his fucking, or a picture of me, and like he can see while he's making love, and she's looking at a picture of me. Dude, it's one of the wildest fucking, and you can hear just the abrupt edit in the interview itself. It's like, yeah, okay, thanks for the
he
Shoney's.
forgot to
Enough!
talk all his shit, so he had
Yo.
to call back.
That I did listen to. If you ever get the chance, just listen to it. It's like, all right, thanks for the time, Scott. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, and then Triple H is in his fucking bedroom, and you're like, wow, what the fuck is this, dude?
I remember you telling us the story of what happened as you got back on the phone with us. I was like,
Dude,
holy
That was
shit.
insane.
I'm telling you right
Um,
now, it's an incredible thing.
That's great. We had Scotty Riggs.
Didn't he call Brock Lesnar beating the Undertaker or something?
He did.
sure
He
did.
really did.
He
Yeah.
absolutely did, months before it.
We'll
we
talk
had-
about a funny Undertaker moment with that.
Yeah.
Somebody betting all their cash on it and losing.
Yeah. We had
That was a great one.
we had Seth Rollins, as Mike said. That was just you, right?
Yep.
We had Shane Douglas. It's Shawn Michaels.
Oh my god. Shawn fucking.
Was that just you?
Michaels. No, it was all
that
of
was
us.
all. That was all.
Oh, it
of
was
us.
for that movie, right?
I
and
thought
we
it
did
was
the
a
retro
book.
Yeah,
right?
I think it was for a movie.
I forget
Dude.
how I got him.
That was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
a big
you.
one.
For
We
you.
had Son of Havoc,
Fuck yeah, Son of Havoc, Lucha baby.
Lucha Underground, Wrestling Society X. We had Steve Corino,
That was fun. I asked about his thumb in the bum.
Stevie Richards.
That was
And-
for Wrestling Society, or not Wrestling
No.
Society.
No.
Extreme Rising.
Rising.
He had to defend the title in a Madden game
Yeah.
or something. Remember?
No, it was MLB. Remember he got like a perfect game and like
Okay,
they
yeah,
were trying to
it was
fuck him out of the
MLB.
money or something?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
At a
We
time,
interviewed him twice,
multiple
right?
times.
So multiple
I
times.
thought it was 2 or 3.
This, yep. Because we interviewed him for Tide when he was doing that spot.
Oh
About-
yeah.
And then he was at this time, the first time especially, he was doing his own podcast. So like he really didn't need to come on and do a podcast spot, but we got him multiple times. So this is right after one of them is right after Daniel Bryan retired, and Titus O'Neil took Vince away from going in front of Stephanie.
Grabbed him.
He grabbed Vince, and that was a whole big deal, and Titus O'Neil got suspended. And after our interview with Stone Cold, he stayed on the phone to talk to us, and was like, "Oh, what's going on? What do you guys think about Titus O'Neil?" And we were like, "Holy shit, you want to talk to us more?"
Stone Cold
honestly,
asked our opinion about something in wrestling.
Honestly,
That was
he even.
amazing.
I think he was.
I remember he asked you about like, how you record the podcast.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that too.
I have that, by the way. All of that I had still recording, and I decided to save it. So that is in a file somewhere. It's called Stone Cold Extra Talk or something like that. But that exists.
I don't know
release
if he
that.
still uses the number, but I remember being like, Donnie, give me the number that you use for Stone Cold. And I put it on my phone. It's still on my phone to this day. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah. It's a great conversation starter. Be like, dude, Sam. Oh, I almost called Stone Cold instead, huh?
That's like, who's the most famous person in your phone? I could always say it's Stone Cold
Stone
Steve
Cold
Austin.
Steve
That's awesome.
But also, he was genuinely treated us with respect and shit.
Yes,
It was awesome.
he's awesome.
Didn't have
Stone
to.
Cold.
Didn't have to be nice to us. Was extremely nice to us.
Yeah. One of our greatest triumphs, Summer Rae.
We were only supposed to interview The Miz for The Marine, one of the Marine movies. Last second, they're like, oh, by the way, his co-star Summer Rae is going to be on the call too. We have no questions prepared for Summer Rae, so we're just on the fly throwing in shit to get her involved. And
I'll give you this.
And we did such a
interview.
great job for it.
And listen, and this is one I have listened back to, because here's what happened. We were instantly handed an interview with two people, and we're not used to that. We've done it with Jeff Hardy and Matt, so I kind of feel like we had a little
This
bit
could
of
have even been before that, though. I
I
don't
think
know.
this was before. I think this was the first time we had two people on at the same time.
All I know is we almost started instinctively going back and forth to both, keeping both involved and shit like that, chasing one question with the next.
Mm-hmm.
It flowed really nice, and I remember
Flawless
being like,
victory.
oh, we did good. That was professional.
That was great. Taya Valkyrie, one of our favorites from
Yes.
Lucha.
Mhm.
Ted DiBiase. This was
Great.
around.
That was
for
in the movie.
right?
This
That
had
was
to
in
be
the
like
movie.
a top 10 interview we ever
This
did.
was
I
an
remember it being
amazing
so good.
interview.
Yeah, he was.
I
I
remember
remember him
gracious.
saying
excited.
Virgil wasn't the sharpest tool that shatters some shit.
He was gracious with his time, and he was just talking about the business. And honestly, at that time, I had started. My daughter was on her way, so I remember having she was already here. Whatever. I had already gone through a bunch of watching old Ted DiBiase, so I was so excited to talk about shit like that.
So
And
cool.
he was so willing to.
Yeah, so awesome. And I think this is definitely before that he did like the NXT spot.
Yeah, it was for sure before
Right.
that.
And I remember going to see that movie, by the way,
Yeah,
in theaters.
It was just
Me too.
me and
We
Heather and
had
like
to.
one other dude in the fucking
Yep.
theater.
As I said, it was the same over here. And I remember
We
his son was such a crying bitch.
Yeah, he's like, "Dad."
But Dad, you didn't love me.
We
Ted
had,
DiBiase's like, I had to find God because I fucked another woman.
That did
oh
happen.
my god.
Sorry.
We had the
Sorry.
Mac.
It's fun to find God when you fuck up, though.
There
It's
you
a
go.
good. It's a good get out of jail
Good
free
cop-out.
card after that.
I love the Mac.
We had the Mac. He was great in Lucha. Like we said, we had the Miz.
I love the Miz. We had Miz multiple
Didn't
times.
hold on?
multiple times.
Didn't the Mac like talk about his knee and like he wasn't he a dirt sheet buster because of his knee talk?
Maybe.
He's talking about like
Um,
they were saying his knee was too fucked up doing. He's like, my knee's been fine, man. I cleared every fucking thing there was. It was like, oh, okay. Well, that's the guy saying that. That's not true. So that's pretty fun.
We had Tommaso Ciampa before
Yeah.
he blew up. This was
That was a pretty
Ring of Honor's
early
early days.
Also, I'm gonna say this, and I can't believe it. Don't gloss over the Miz. The Miz has been on the show many of the times
One of
and
the
has
best
had
friends
some
of the
great
show.
interviews with us.
Love the Miz. One of my favorite
Um,
wrestlers ever.
Yep.
One of my favorite people.
No to that. I hate what he
Yes
just
to
said.
that.
But
No.
very nice interview.
Another very nice person, Tommy Dreamer.
Getting some ice cream.
Getting
Yep.
some ice cream. Gonna do a call with us. Do we have him on multiple times, Donnie?
We did, and honestly, I think the
Because
question
he was
was
always
like,
promoting things.
yeah, it was. What was his
Like
thing
as a
called?
promoter. Wasn't he part of Extreme Rising?
House
No.
of Hardcore.
House of Hardcore.
Hardcore. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yep.
That's where everybody was cheering for woman abuser Alberto Del Rio and chanting "fuck WWE" and Donnie was like involved with it.
That's right.
Oh my God!
That's
Still to
right.
this day, talk man, forever and ever.
We had Trish Stratus.
Oh shit! Let me be the one to paint a little
Sure.
picture here.
Go ahead.
Fuck
Here
you.
we go. Leading into the interview with Trish
Fuck
Stratus.
you
that I
because
got.
you know what happened and you peddle this fucking theory that you have. It's such bullshit.
Not a
Fucking
theory.
idiot.
I remember I was there. I have audio proof of this happening, so I don't know what it's talking about. But leading into this, Okay, Trish Stratus, BJ, Trish Stratus is BJ's favorite, let's just say. Many of the socks have been stiffened at the sight of that young woman.
The first part was accurate.
Right? Okay, but
That part is not accurate.
okay, so either way, so we get in, why you think this is the right time to write this book or whatever, right? So here we go. She's softened up. She is, she's nice as shit. Couldn't be fucking nicer.
That's not true.
She was nice as shit.
to me.
I sold what she wanted right away, and she's like, oh my god, you're right. That is such a good time. Why isn't now the right time? She really was, right? And
I
then,
probably asked her about, like, how about those Lita matches? She was like, oh, yeah, they were fucking incredible. Thank you for asking.
yeah, but she got the BJ. BJ, stiff as a board, this dude. Stiff as a board, this dude. He comes up and he said, heard you got a yoga studio or
That's not what
something
happened.
or whatever in Toronto. And she turns and she
That's
looks
not
at
what
BJ
happened.
and she says, put your dick away, dude. Because that shut down years ago. Maybe you should do your fucking research. And she said that to him. And his
not what happened.
his childhood crush had
Here's
fucked
the
you.
one thing
That's
I know
not
for
what
sure.
happened.
She definitely did say
She
you
said
gotta
that.
do your research.
She said
She
that.
said do your
But
research,
that's
do
not
your
the question I asked. It's the question I intended to ask. And as the interview was happening, I did research and saw that her studio was shut down. So I asked her about getting into yoga so that people who might not know would know and get some
Here
fucking
we
maybe
go.
some help. But instead she goes,
Still defensive
"Oh,
12 years later.
yeah, she goes, because it's a fucking from someone who's getting an interview, because all you have to do is fucking answer the question for people who might not know. But she goes, oh, I've said this before, why don't you do your research? The fuck? Fuck
Dude,
off.
that's worse. That's worse than mine. I thought I was painting you in a negative light, but the reality pales, dude. Holy shit, man. Oh,
Terrible.
I gotta
Anyway,
tell you.
we've had Tyrus.
No. I'm not done here yet, dude. I'm not
Fuck
done
you,
here
we
yet.
went so far.
Real quick.
3
Just-
minutes on Paul Heyman shitting on you.
Real quick, well, because that wasn't as funny. The truth is, watching the love of your life hate you, it was a joy that I still take to this day, dude. Yeah, that's why we're talking about it. So, Mike, any thoughts there?
Yeah, I think we piled on BG enough, but I still remember it to this day. It was fucking wild that happened.
I think we had to come back to me right after, and I'm like, yeah, he is a mark. Because a classic pivot into the next thing right there. Yeah, do your fucking research, idiot. Am I right? Trish, what do you think about WrestleMania 12?
Anyways,
WrestleMania 12.
we had Tyrus. We had Vampiro, one of our favorites.
Vampiro was very fun.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
We had Vince Russo.
He was
That
very
one was
fun,
cr-
too.
I remember
he
the
was
Vince
wild.
Russo one being like because usually you have an interview like you're playing nice with everybody and stuff. I remember that being one where like we pushed back a little bit and really tried to like get him to like.
Yeah, and he accepted. He knew what was happening.
Yeah.
He played along. He also did a cameo for us.
That's right, he did.
Talked about how I dominated Donnie in Fantasy WWE.
Sonny also did a cameo for us.
She sure
Oh,
did.
that was a good cameo.
That was a great cameo. We had Will Ospreay.
There was a little cameo in that cameo, if you know
Yeah,
what I
That's
mean.
true.
Yeah.
Little slip. Will Ospreay.
All I remember about Will Ospreay is like he was like afraid to do interviews, and he like came on the show and he was like accidentally swearing, and he was like, "Oh, sorry," and Donnie was like, "Oh, shit, poop, shit," or something. And
He called the shit poop. We did that. That's true. It's all good.
And finally, Zack Sabre Jr. One of the
Wow.
greatest technical wrestlers of all
he was
time.
also afraid to do interviews, I think, and I feel like maybe only Donnie talked to Zack Sabre Jr.
I might have been. I don't remember exactly, but I do
Uh-huh.
remember that a lot. One thing I remember was talking about a lot of those interviews was it was a hassle to get them. Like so many emails back and forth. So much trying to get the times to work. So much trying to get the times to work while we were working full-time jobs.
Yeah.
There were multiple
Um,
times where Donnie fucked up Eastern and Pacific time.
It's far too many.
Downstate. That's the one that comes to mind.
Holy shit, that's true. Any we missed on
band.
besides Roddy Piper, Downstate, Harley Race?
Yeah, Roddy Piper.
Bam
that was
Bam
tough.
Bigelow.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
dead by the time
I still
BJ
think you
learned
should-
that he was dead.
Yeah, BG's like, here's a list of people we should interview. Bam Bam Bigelow, he died like 10
Couldn't
years
fucking
before.
believe it. I was like, he's been
I don't
dead,
see
bud.
why that should
You're like, huh? You're like John Laurinaitis when he learned his brother was dead. He couldn't believe it, dude.
So yeah, man, our interviews were a big part of our early days. That's fucking crazy that we had so many interviews.
Yeah, and honestly,
And then Mike would write up articles on Bleacher Report about them.
Yeah, we would do our weekly What didn't we do? Like a weekly article too?
I did
at
a
one
weekly
point,
article, and I'd include stuff from the interviews.
Fantasy.
And, yep, shit we talked about.
Man, those are fun times, man. That was
Those
a
are
long
days.
time ago. Okay, I think you want to move on to something else.
Yep. Let's do it.
Hey guys, time again for another special 15th anniversary segment. Oh, circle jerk time. We're just circle jerking about ourselves. I think we deserve it this one time because we did make it 15 years and like no one saw that coming.
Can't believe we made it 15 years.
This part is not going to be a circle jerk though.
Oh,
This
it is for
gonna be
me.
us owning the dirt sheets once again.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go get my cape. I'm gonna put my superhero. I'm gonna defend Dave.
God, we could
asshole.
not have a Ring Rust Radio 15th anniversary celebration without talking about the quote unquote greatest dirt sheet reports of all time.
Wow, we didn't even, like. Are you saying that this segment is one of the greatest triumphs of our show?
I'm not saying it. You said it though. All right,
Everyone's
let's get
saying it.
started, guys.
Sports
The
Illustrated
first one.
saying
Jimmy Wang Yang in the Rumble.
Holy shit, dude!
it. That was a
Holy
big one.
shit!
F4
Did you hear him
online.
talking? Did you hear him talking recently? And he got
About
Undertaker's the one who said, "Don't put the Confederate flag on him."
Yes,
Oh.
I did see that. Actually.
Didn't see that coming.
F4W Online talking about the 2014 Royal Rumble. There's been talk of bringing in Too Cold Scorpio as a surprise Royal Rumble entrant this Sunday. The idea would be that there's an ECW tie-in since original ECW TV and pay-per-views will be on the network. Another name rumored within
the
WWE is
network.
Jimmy Wang Yang, who teased it on Twitter.
Holy shit! They were wrong about both,
Neither-
weren't they?
Yeah, neither were in it.
And that's still a joke among not just us, but all
Other
wrestling
people, yeah.
fans, the Jimmy Wang Yang in the Rumble to this day.
That's so funny.
I don't know if we've perpetuated it, but we definitely have perpetuated.
We talked about it
here.
a lot.
We
Yeah.
talked about it here for sure.
Vince hates Perkins. Brian Alvarez
Yeah.
reported on Wrestling Observer's Brian and Vinny show this week that he was told by a source inside WWE that the recent former Cruiserweight champion TJ Perkins changed his name to just TJP. It's because Vince McMahon personally hates the restaurant chain Perkins and didn't want his brand to be associated with it.
Oh my god, dude!
That's
Oh my
so
god! Oh my
funny.
god! This brings up another fucking great
Naomi.
memory. When we were doing the mixed match challenge, like Smarks comments or something,
Yeah.
right? This one person was like, "I got into a fight with Naomi outside of a Perkins. Please WWE fire her."
She
She
spit on me,
accosted me. She spit right in my face and shit. Holy shit! And it was like 3 or 5 different comments in a row we had.
That was
Like it chained. I think it was multiple weeks even. Like it was, dude. That was good times, man.
It's great.
Quote from Al: "I was told this by someone in WWE, and I believe it. Of course you do. TJP is no longer TJ Perkins. Sure as shit. Vince apparently hates Perkins. He hates it, and he thinks it sucks, and he thinks that if people hear TJ Perkins, they're gonna think of the fucking restaurant. So now he's TJP. Update: Perkins has denied that Vince's culinary preferences played a role in the name change.
Oh,
What the
man,
fuck?
damn,
I don't remember
man.
that part.
Yeah, I ignored that part.
Incredible. Next one. WrestleMania 36 on the cutting room floor. WWE has already taped WrestleMania 36 earlier this week with multiple superstars being pulled from the show and the co-main event being changed altogether. This is the COVID WrestleMania.
Oh
by the way.
yeah, I
Mhm.
figured
Yep.
as much.
According to the Dirty Sheets, remember them? Bill Zahadi?
Holy shit, Bill
Bill
Zahadi, dude!
I don't know what happened to him, but
I think fucking
He's
Sean
still
Ross
around.
Sapp punched him into fucking oblivion
No,
that
he's
one
still
no,
time.
they
around.
just
He's still
like
reports
they
it.
almost kissed each other. That's what happened.
Step to
They're-
me, hit me or kiss me. It's like Chris
According to the
Jericho if he was a
Dirty-
pussy.
According to the Dirty Sheets, there are slim doubts over the taped WrestleMania 36 ever airing, as WWE might call off the broadcast at the last minute, mainly due to public backlash.
What?
So they're saying there's gonna be no WrestleMania.
Yeah, they taped
They
it,
were
but
the-
they're just not going to air it.
That makes no sense.
I know.
That's one
They
of
were
the
the only-
dumbest.
Vince was the only
So-
fucking person doing anything during that time.
Some of these I remember like it was yesterday, these reports, but some, and I was going through, like, because we have a running log of, like, the best dirt sheets since, like, 2016 on our doc. Some of them I don't remember. I did not remember that one, but it was too good to pass up.
That is
great.
unbelievable. Canceling WrestleMania is top tier shit, dude. Talk about an inside scoop if you got it.
Braun Breaker's coronation.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember
WrestleVotes.
this one.
WrestleVotes tweeted, Source states that tonight's Halloween Havoc looks to be the launching of the Braun Breaker era in NXT. At the same time, Tommaso Ciampa's run in NXT could be winding down. As evident, the youth movement within 2.0 continues. You read this, and what do you think is going to happen in the
Braun Breaker's winning.
He's going to win the title.
Yep.
Ciampa won, and after that happened, WrestleVotes followed up. Guys, never said Breaker was winning. This was the first part of him being the guy moving forward. At one point, it was discussed to give him the title tonight, but obviously they chose otherwise. Probably a good idea in the long run.
I'll tell you right now,
Shut
he's right.
the fuck up.
He's right. The guy's. What are you mad at? The guy's right.
2 years away
He's
from being
right.
2 years away.
2 years late. No, but 2 years from now, with right being here, he's right. It
not
just
right.
took a while for him to be right.
Still not right.
Meltz prematurely reports death, part 1.
Ooh,
Oh,
these are always
these
fucking.
were not good.
These are truly why I get actually angry. Like these other ones are just
Mm-hmm.
funny because it's people like making shit up and leaving a back door, right? This is actually like bad.
It's the
truly
worst
bad
journalism you could
journalism.
do, by the way.
Yeah.
He tweeted, just to confirm, Nikolai Volkov, Brian Lawler, and Brookhouse Brown have all passed away. Very sad day for pro wrestling.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on Brian Lawler right there, a.k.a. Grandmaster Sexay, because there was a report, a follow-up, after Meltz tweeted this. The son of famed wrestler Jerry Lawler tried to hang himself Saturday night, and he's now on life support, TMZ Sports has learned. Brian Christopher Lawler, once a wrestler himself, attempted to commit suicide in his jail cell outside Memphis.
Oof.
So he was not dead. Meltz reported he was dead.
Ooh.
Yikes, dude.
And here's the thing, TMZ does the most, it might be the last bastion of any real journalism in this world, as sad as shit as that is, but they're actually going off police reports, they go off these things you can actually corroborate, and it's like the lowest form of journalism, but it is a form of journalism, and it's so simple to do if he were to do that. And honestly, when you're talking about deaths, taking someone's word for it probably isn't the fucking best course of action.
Not the first time Meltz prematurely reported death, not the last, because here's part 2. Pro wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer took to X on Thursday night to issue a correction following an inaccurate report regarding the death of WWE legend Afa Anoa'i. A correction on Afa has not passed away, the Wrestling Observer newsletter publisher posted to X. He is battling. Like he's trying to fight for a puck in the corner. He's battling.
This is Nicole Bass, too. Remember he killed Nicole Bass, too.
Yes.
So I'll reference that in a second just to finish this one. According to a screenshot posted to Reddit, Meltzer had previously reported that Anoa'i died, writing, Afa Anoa'i just passed away. Very sorry to hear. Sympathies to the family. What a rough period for that family. That post has since been deleted. While it's unclear where Meltzer received the inaccurate information, many have speculated that he misinterpreted an update on Anoa'i's declining health, which his son, Samu Anoa'i, shared. In the post, Samu seemingly indicated that his father is entering his final days, but as misinformation that the 81-year-old former WWE Tag Team Champion that passed away spread across social media, his daughter, Vale Anoa'i, made it clear that her father is still alive. Here's the quote. Don't believe anything you read unless it comes directly from the family. He's not done fighting yet. He's still alive.
So the son shares something.
Which is like,
Dave
basically,
is like, my grandpa might be going soon. I love him. We're all working really hard and he's fighting, but it's not looking good. Dave's like, he's dead.
He sees that and then he acts like he's reporting on it.
Which is crazy to pick that, of all things, to do that too.
Mhm.
And then the daughter's like, he's not dead.
Right.
That's not good journalism, dude. Like, I can't tell you how gutturally mad that shit makes me. Like, it's the whole problem with what quote unquote journalism is. Like, where's the accountability?
There ain't none. This is Dave Meltzer.
He works for himself, so he's like, well, I can't fire me, so I'll be fine.
And you mentioned Nicole Bass, so that was on the dock, but as can happen with very old things sometimes, the links were dead, and I could, kind of like Nicole Bass came to be after initially not being dead. The links
really fucked up.
The links did not work anymore, but the thing I wrote was Nicole Bass dead, not dead, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because Meltz reported prematurely that she was dead, and then there was just like the Afa thing, just like the Brian Lawler thing, there was a thing like, no, she's not dead, she's, close, she's like on her deathbed basically. So then Meltz was like, oops, and then she did die actually at the end.
Yep. So he's just early. He wants to be early to the death.
He wants to be the first to say somebody died.
He's the first to market with death, although he
Yeah.
doesn't really usually wait for it to them even to be dead.
And he's wrong a lot of the time. Guys, can't wait for the WWE Performance Center cookout.
Me either. It sounds wonderful.
This is Al commenting on Trick Williams telling Cody on NXT that he's invited to the cookout.
Oh my God. This is white. This is when, as a white person, sometimes I'm like, oh no. Oh
Cody
no,
wishes
this is.
him luck and the crowd pops, and then as he's leaving, Trick says, "Hold on a second. One more thing. 4th of July is around the corner. Are you coming to the cookout?" And the place goes nuts. I guess they have a local cookout at the Performance Center for the fans. And Cody looks around. The place is going nuts, and he says, "Yes, I'm coming to the cookout." And they
Say,
all
I'm
go
bringing
nuts.
chicken.
And I guess he's going to the cookout. And the funniest part of this, because I couldn't find the
So
transcript
that's
of this
so
anywhere.
weird.
I had to watch
it's so
the
funny.
video, transcribe it. So after Al says that, the clip ends with Meltz going, "Yeah."
Just, you couldn't have two whiter people on Earth than these fucking guys, dude. That's honestly.
I lost my fucking mind when
That's
I
so
heard him
funny.
say this.
Here's the
That was
thing.
one of the
I-
greatest things ever.
You don't get much whiter than me, right? You really don't. But you gotta understand what's happening around you guys. Like, you gotta read a book. I don't know what to tell you. Do something, man. Holy shit.
Guys,
They were so
purple,
confident too.
He's
insane.
like, Cody said he's
Where did he
bringing
get
some
that from?
Cody's coming in with some unseasoned chicken. I guess that's a specialty in the area or something. I'm not sure.
Like, how did he make that leap? It was not even suggested anywhere.
He's just so white. That's just not understanding anything that's happening.
Guys, purple Brock Lesnar is dying.
Holy shit, this is a
Oh,
personal
no.
favorite, dude.
Yeah.
This is from What Culture. Worried WWE fans have expressed concern at Brock Lesnar's physical appearance during WWE Night of Champions. Hey, we're going to Night of Champions. It just
That's
happened
crazy.
recently. The current
Time
WWE
is a flat
champion,
circle.
The current WWE champion started his match against John Cena with a completely normal look. However, after just a couple of minutes, Lesnar was already sweating profusely and it turned both red and purple in his face. This is normal for someone undergoing intense physical exertion, but Lesnar was barely doing anything of note. A rehearsed wrestling match shouldn't be turning a man purple. Indeed, Brock previously used far more athleticism in the UFC a few years ago. Not really. On those
And he
genuine-
always he's a sweater like a motherfucker, and he always turns red, dude. What are we talking about?
On those genuine sporting occasions, Brock never turned this strange color. Yet, in a predetermined wrestling match, Lesnar looked like he'd just done an hour on a gym treadmill at full speed. Fans have noted that in addition to turning red and intensely sweating, Brock also appeared to be struggling for breath. Yes, he's a big guy, but he shouldn't be reacting like this. It's a
Holy shit.
worrying indicator of health problems,
Can I
such
tell
as
you
blood pressure or risk of heart attack.
I have to tell you right now, don't let this guy near me at the gym, because he would think I'm dying, dude.
dead.
He would think, get this guy a fucking ambulance, dude, he's gonna die. Also, listen, some people just sweat a lot. You know, you be around people, you're like, holy fuck, that motherfucker's sweating his ass off already, you know what I mean? That's me. You saw me in the plane with my pits, you know what I mean? I'm just a sweater. It happens, man. It doesn't mean we're dying.
The outpouring of concern on social media and wrestling forums was a big talking point coming
It
out of
wasn't
the
an
Champions.
outpouring of concern. It's a bunch of people talking shit. It's a bunch of people like, look at him, he's turning red. I hope he doesn't die.
The worry amongst observers is understandable. The last time a wrestler turned red and sweaty like this was Ultimate Warrior. The former
Holy
WWF champion.
shit,
Whoa.
dude, that's crazy.
The former WWF champion looked the same shade during his April 2014 Hall of Fame speech. Just a few days later, he died of a heart attack. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with him. Perhaps this is just a superficial reddening of the skin. If the issue is something more physical, a problem with blood pressure, for example, WWE should really look to rethink their usage of the 37-year-old. Having come close to death with a severe bout of diverticulitis in 2009 and 2011, Lesnar would be well advised to look after himself.
Doctor, what
Doc.
doctor wrote this? What's his name? Doctor fucking
What culture?
Bryce McCougarstein or something? Some fucking dumb shit name? Fuck, I hate this shit. That's crazy.
That was an absolute classic.
Seriously, honestly, that is unreal quote-unquote journalism or whatever you'd call that. That's like an op-ed about someone's health. I don't even understand how you'd quantify that. Here's my column about like
was red and died, so Brock might too.
Yeah, here's my daily column on why I think this guy's dying.
Guys, Saudi Arabia bought WWE.
Oh my God! When I saw this, I really was hoping it was true.
Two reports that came out last night claiming WWE is being sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund are now under assault as multiple sources have come forward this morning to dispute the claim. Late Tuesday evening, Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net and Steve Muehlhausen of DAZN reported that WWE sold to the Saudis with the intent for the company to go private again instead of being publicly traded. Muehlhausen's tweet has since been deleted, and Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful was unable to confirm the rumors. Additionally, several reporters now claim there's no truth to the story, most notably Ariel Helwani of BT Sport. I remember this night like it was yesterday.
I do too, actually, because it did get legs.
Dude, these people tweeted, and there was like all the like reporters that didn't know shit. They're like doing like the fucking seeing eye emoji and stuff like ooh, and like fucking fueling this, and it was completely false, like completely wrong. How did people think that Steve Muehlhausen and Cassidy Haynes got the jump on where WWE is being sold?
I will say this to you. I think when they revealed like when AEW had put a bid in, I do believe that the Saudi fund did bid.
Yes, I don't think anybody denied that, but they're reporting that Saudi Arabia bought.
Oh,
WWE.
I understand. I'm just saying like there is merit to them putting in a bid, but I would to report that they had bought it, I would say is leaning on the side of false.
We got 3 to go here,
Okay.
and they're good ones.
Okay.
Meltz thought The Rock and Triple H had a confrontation a decade after it actually happened.
Holy shit.
That one was amazing.
This week's edition of Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter included a deep dive on WWE's ongoing WrestleMania 40 storyline involving Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But while Meltzer's reporting focused on the nuances of the still-evolving storyline and its blurring of the lines between reality and fiction, it also included a curious passage about an apparent on-screen confrontation between The Rock and Paul Triple H Levesque. Here's a quote. The main press conference on 2/8 in Las Vegas, Levesque talked about guys going into business for themselves, with the idea Rock was going against the planned script, Meltzer wrote. Later they filmed a segment which didn't air on television but was all over social media, where Levesque and Rock went nose-to-nose and actually challenged each other for a match at Mania. Although it was they would love to wrestle each other before a giant crowd at a WrestleMania, without the idea it was this specific one. Given Levesque's heart issues, such a match would seem to be impossible, and virtually everyone believed that to be the case. Readers were confused by the part about The Rock and Triple H challenging each other to a match at WrestleMania, as nobody had seemingly seen the clip in question, despite Meltzer insisting it went viral. Many quickly deduced that the reporter had mistakenly referred to an old backstage confrontation between the longtime rivals, which had actually been filmed all the way back in 2014.
Holy shit, dude.
That's
the first AI. He's the first one to get fooled
God.
by AI, dude. He's
No,
forever.
No, it's a
I
real
got fooled by a
clip.
real thing.
I know. It was the precursor. He was precursor getting fooled by AI.
By Saturday afternoon, the excerpt had been deleted from this week's Observer, with Meltzer noting on social media that a correction would be published in next week's issue. On Sunday's episode of Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer addressed the issue, admitting that he'd been duped by an old video. Somebody had sent me this clip of Dwayne and Paul Levesque face-to-face and this and that. It was actually an old clip, Meltzer said. As soon as I found out, I took it out of the thing and am apologetic about it. It was a mistake. That aspect, it's just kind of a bummer for me. It was a mistake.
And that's how you take responsibility for your journalism, kids.
If you
I did a
tell
boo-boo,
your
my bad.
girlfriend or your wife after you do something, like, I'm apologetic about it, you're gonna get your ass beat.
I'm
That's
sorry.
not actually an
I'm sorry. I
apology at all.
fingered that lady on the bus. I'm just so apologetic about it.
Dude, he said
He's
this
like, hold
went
on,
mega
you're right.
fucking viral on social media, and it's just an old fucking
One dude
clip
sent it
from a
to
decade
him.
ago.
It's like every time they send a porn star in like an army uniform, and like thank my soldier boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
It's that, dude. It's that.
Dude, I remember being so fucking happy when this happened.
Yeah.
Like, so happy.
You've been celebrating this dude's downfalls for
Yep.
fucking 15 years, and that's
Yep.
amazing. You, like, player hater ball is one of my favorite Chappelle Show bits. Your ass would genuinely be on there, dude. You'd be white chocolate. You'd be like, hey.
You know it.
That'd be good. I love it.
Roman's family is mad and furious.
We still use
is a
this
great
one.
Yep.
I used it
From the
earlier today, actually, whenever this is being aired.
From the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Several members of the legendary Anoa'i family were very angry at the finish to the main event of WrestleMania 31, as plans were changed and Roman Reigns did not end up with the WWE World Heavyweight title.
Holy shit.
Wow.
They started headbutting people in the front row and shit, dude. You never want to do that with the fucking Samoan.
Reigns' father, WWE legend Sika, was said to be looking to start a war. He was so upset, one WWE source commented to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Sika forgot this business is not real life. It was legit pissed at the finish and looking to start a war. A lot of the younger family members were rallying around Sika, but the other 45 or 50 of them talked some reason.
Holy shit, dude. Section 101 was just purely Samoan.
Dude, I forgot about the part of them saying he forgot that the business is not real life.
Let me tell you something. That man did not forget. That man did not forget. He might not be like, hey, they should be putting my son over. What the fuck? I can see that. Like, that's fine. But to say he forgot the business is just like, what are you talking about, brother?
That's insane.
Another person who was around the family during WrestleMania said they were furious, mad, and disappointed. But not out of control. While the family came to Rikishi's Hall of Fame speech, they came more to see Reigns have his big WrestleMania moment and win the title. So we've been saying mad and furious all this time. It's actually furious, mad, and disappointed.
I gotta tell you,
like
I'm sticking with mad and furious.
Me too, because they're literally, they mean the same thing.
Right.
Yep, that's
So
the
to
joke.
say
Yeah.
both makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
That is the joke.
That's
Mad
quote
and
unquote. The guy didn't know that though, who did the quote. So.
Hey, you guys ready for the fucking coup de grace of the last 15 years of Dirt
Hold on.
Sheets?
So the coup de grace
Yes.
of coup de grace.
Yes, exactly. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Shibata's brain? They
Oh,
took it
shit.
out.
All right.
That's a great one.
This report spawned some of my favorite little bits that ever came out of this, including Shibata's reaction and shirts. So let's talk about it.
Melt wrote this in The Observer. Shibata's return is an amazing story because he had brain surgery and was very close to death after his April 2017 match with Okada, where he delivered a sick headbutt and ended up with bleeding on his brain.
Hold on. We watched that shit live because I think that was Wrestle Kingdom, right? Did that happen at Wrestle Kingdom?
I don't know.
But I remember watching that shit live, and I
think
remember
it
him
was
walking out, and I was like, he's just selling. Like, not
Yeah,
a big
it's Wrestle
deal.
Kingdom.
Holy shit, it was such a big deal.
Ended up with bleeding on his brain and needing emergency surgery to save his life. They had to remove his brain during surgery and put it back in. At the time, doctors said there was no possible way he could ever wrestle again.
Real quick. Hold up, bro. You can't just gloss over a line like that. Can you please give me the sentence in question one more time?
They had to remove his brain during surgery and put it back in.
I'm almost positive they can't do that.
That's death. You would die.
Well,
I
what
think
about
they
your
took Meltz's
cerebellum?
brain out during surgery and put it back in.
Your cerebellum's connected to like the back of your neck and your spinal cord. Like, you can't pull it out. It's in there.
It's
What
out.
they actually
You
did,
know
but
what?
real quick, I watched the whole
They
thing.
took-
on it.
You to prove
It's out.
what's wrong.
It's
Well,
out.
what they actually did was they cut a hole in his skull to let the swelling happen, and then they put that part of the skull
And then
back.
they took the brain out through the hole.
Mm-hmm. He's
then put it back
Frankenstein's monster. And then what did Shibata say? Did you have this?
No.
Okay, Shibata came out and said that's one of the dumbest things he's ever heard. He said his brain was not taken out. He said he cannot believe that fucking people like are writing this shit, and it led to him creating shirts about his brain being taken out of his head and how he's like this fucking Japanese zombie with fucking a magic brain. So
And
that's
that was the
insane.
greatest of all time. I do want to give one shout out to an honorable mention. I could not find a link to it anywhere, probably because it was so long ago. But Melt's saying it wasn't worth reporting that TNA wanted to sign CM Punk.
Holy shit, that's
That was
right.
great. Yep. That was
Holy
after Punk
shit,
left WWE.
that is so crazy. They had interest, it didn't work
Wasn't
out,
worth
so I didn't really
reporting.
think it was reporting. Are you kidding me?
That's his whole
He's
job.
like,
give me
yeah,
every-
they wanted to sign him, but it was obvious it wasn't worth reporting.
You give me every dumb shit demographic data. You give me every
You're telling
fucking
me
gate
Shibata's
total.
brain got taken out.
Yeah, you tell me people are dead when they're not. This fucking dude's too good for fucking reporting CM Punk? It's fucking legit crazy. All right. BJ, how we do? Mike, how we do? Ooh, wow, 15 years is like a lot, though.
Fuck you, Melts.